I've seen those faces, I've heard all the lies, but you ain't gazing on someone in denial. 'Cause you want dollar bills right now, but you gotta work real hard. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that, have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not says who, yeah, you can make it too. If not says who, you can make it. You had great patience, but something knocked you out. You felt your limitations and filled your mind with doubt. You wanna stay chill right now, and don't let your eyes off the prize. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that, have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not says who, yeah, you can make it too. If not says who, you can make it. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that, have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not says who, yeah, you can make it too. If not says who, you can make it. If not says who, yeah, you can make it too. If not says who, you can make it.
Nobody else got outside. Nobody else got on you. Nobody else got outside. Nobody else.
Okay, I'm assuming we are live. Are we live, everyone?
Looks like we are.
I think so.
We could
Yeah.
be a noisy bunch here. So, everybody, I'm in Bangkok, Thailand. Alina is in
Sofia, Bulgaria.
Alex Absolute.
Wenzhou, China.
We're going to you, Jerry. Where are you, Jerry? Jerry's at the bar. Don't worry about it. He's coming back. Patrick Lancaster, where are you?
Yeah.
Rostov,
Can
Russia.
you guys hear me?
Certainly, Jerry. We're going to give you the microphone for the first couple of minutes because you're dealing with some technical difficulties. So fire away, Jerry. Say hi to your crowd and your crew there from Qingdao, China.
All right. So anyway, as Alex said, hello everybody. Hello to all the viewers on all the channels. Listen, I can't hear any of you guys, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you guys where I am because I actually chose a very, very cool place for today. I'm actually next to a sports center, and it's a very famous place. There's a lot of musicians playing here. It's like a sports field. They do like, basketball here. They play football here. It's really, really cool. So I quickly want to show you guys the place. I'm gonna walk with you guys.
Okay, so Jerry's in Qingdao, China. He's gonna take us for a little tour of his bar.
They've got their own distillers, so it's pretty damn cool. And I am drinking on one of their own fine beers that they made here. So I want to show you guys this real quick. Look at this place, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull it down for you. Already, it is a Sunday night, but people are out and about. So let me quickly show you guys. The bar's name is, as you can see here at the top, The Way. The Way, that is the bar name. And it's got this cool, funky posters all over the show. And yeah, man, beers are pretty cheap here. I bought my beer just now for 28 RMB and it's like a 500 ml. So yeah, you guys can take it away
further. Awkward pause.
Is Alex muted?
I can't seriously.
Who, me?
Yeah, Alex,
Yeah,
I think.
Hey guys. So guys, where I'm at right now, you can see there's a little bit of a happy hour sky cam. That's one of my mobiles sitting on the floor, okay? And that's showing in the window for where I'm at. And the other mobile I got is our resident DJ who's spinning some tunes in behind us. So I thought I would tell everybody about that.
Nice.
And I would like to compare something here. Since we're all over the world here, where I'm sitting right now, the cost of beer is $9 a glass. Alex, how about you, Alina, and Patrick?
These were
Let me just
35 RMB, which is, I have no idea in dollars. How many RMB to a dollar? 35 divided by 6.8. If you can do that maths. Crap.
Okay. Alina, how about you?
Let's just say.
How about you?
Let's just say.
It looks at like 7 in the local currency. So in US, I guess that would be like about $4-5, something like that. It's a nicer place. So.
Okay, and over to Russia here with Patrick Lancaster.
I guess it's about
at
$6
this bar,
maybe.
at this bar here, I haven't ordered yet, but I think it's somewhere around $4 or $5, something like that. A normal kind of streets bar, you can get a beer anywhere between about $2 and $3, something like that.
Now, Patrick, while I got you on this live stream, I wanted to ask you a question. You're now in Russia.
Yeah.
Before that, you were in a very interesting area, and I'm not sure if all our viewers and even the collaborators that are on this screen actually know where you've been for the last few years. Maybe you can tell everybody. It's quite an extraordinary story, and I flew out to meet Patrick last year because I found him as a YouTube collaborator. His story is unbelievable. But maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself and where you are now and where you were just a few weeks ago.
Well, like we said, I'm right now. I'm in Russia, but basically my main base for the last 6 years has been Donetsk. When Donetsk is the capital of the breakaway former or current, it depends on who you ask, parts of Ukraine. It's an area, one of the two areas that in 2014 voted to break away from Ukraine. And then, as you know, the war started in the following months after that. But I've basically been covering the war from Donetsk. Some could call it the rebel-controlled territory. I was there during the referendum in 2014, and basically spent 90% of my time over the last 6 years of the war there, covering the events and covering the battles and just the daily lives of the civilians and things like that. But for the last majority of the last few months or 5 months now, me and my family have been here in Rostov, Russia, because we just actually had our second son just under 2 months ago. So we came over here to kind of work on making sure that all the documents and everything are okay. Because when we had our first son in the anti-Ukraine government-controlled territory, we had a few issues with the documents and getting citizenships and all that type of thing. So we wanted to kind of do it a different route this time, and that's why I'm spending a lot of my time now in Russia. But I'm still, of course, when the time is right, going across the border to Donetsk, now that the border has been opened after the events with the coronavirus.
So can we say basically the last 5 years you've been living in a war zone? Is that pretty accurate?
6.
6 years,
basically.
6 years. Wow.
Yeah. I've been covering most of the major battles between the anti-government or rebel forces and the Ukrainian forces.
Wow, what a story! What a story, Patrick. I'm going to go over to Alina now. Now, Alina and I met probably over a year ago. We were doing some collaborating together on YouTube, and she's a fellow Canadian as well. And
Yes, I am.
she got the travel bug again. And am I correct on this, Alina, that you basically have packed up your apartment in Canada for good, and you're on the road? The road is your home.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the weirdest time to leave your home country and be a digital nomad. But after doing that Trans-Siberian trip in Russia last year and being able to go full time with my channel, I just had this inkling that this was the thing for me to do. I didn't want to keep my apartment in Toronto anymore. So I basically sold everything other than a few suitcases that I shipped to my mom's place. And then I just have what I have here, and that is it. I'm full time on the road now. Sorry, I don't.
Alina, are you? How do you feel now? You're what, 2 or 3 weeks into this, or a month into this now?
I'm basically a month. I was in Greece for an entire month, and then I just arrived to Sofia, to Bulgaria. So I'll probably be here almost a month or so.
Now, can you kind of show us where you are right now? I mean, it looks beautiful. I mean, where is this?
Let me see here. So this is in the main square of
Oh,
Sofia.
wow.
And it's very, very quiet here. Like there's literally no people around, but this is like a really nice, fancy sort of bar. And yeah, I thought I'd finally come here, get a cocktail, and chat with you guys.
Now, well, I have you here on the main screen. I mean, you've arrived into Europe about a month ago. What is the mood over there? Traveling as a Canadian or a Westerner. I mean, how different is it?
I mean, overall, I've had people be really, nice to me. I mean, Greece is the main place that I spent a lot of time, and everybody that I came across was like, welcome, happy to have me there. And it was definitely a lot more relaxed than I found the mood in Canada. I think even though Canada's doing a lot better than it was, people are still like very afraid and very apprehensive to go out. But in Greece, I felt it was much more relaxed.
Oh wow! I mean, I'm gonna head over to Mr. Alex Absolute. Alex, some nice videos that you've been putting out lately, man. They look pretty cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
Where are you, man? Show us where you are. This is awesome.
I am in a bar by, if you see here, look, we're by the side of the road, and you can see above me we've got all this cool purple stuff, and it goes all the way back down here. It's going to be pretty banging inside. I'm putting, it's this way.
Right.
It feels weird because it's opposite way around on the screen, but it's like a music bar. They haven't started the music yet because it's early. They were trying to make me sit inside, and I was like, no, I want to be able to hear stuff. Like I need to be able to hear. So I'm just sat outside. A couple of Hogardens, and I don't know if Jerry can't hear me, but this has made Jerry a little bit jealous. I've got some biltong here.
What's that, Malik? What is that?
My God.
There he is. Biltong is a South African spicy. Well, this is a spicy one, but it's a dried meat. It can be all sorts of types of meat. This is a beef one, but you can have blessbuck, springbuck, kudu, all sorts. So,
You bastard.
It's a. I saved it. I saved it especially for the live stream because I thought Jerry would be happy.
Now, guys, I have actually 3 cameras where I'm at right now, and what I'm going to do a little bit later in the show is I'm going to walk you around this sky bar where I'm at. I don't know if I've loaded the picture up, but I'm in something is nicknamed the Jenga building, and it's a pixelated building. It's the tallest building here in Bangkok. And it's part of the what residence? Oh, I gotta remember this. Anyway, I'll remember it later. But it's the highest point in the entire country. But why I wanted to put this live stream together for everybody today is to kind of let people know that things are slowly moving. I know there's a lot of people watching right now that would like to get moved back to their loved ones. I mean, there's a lot of people really, especially here in Thailand, for example, where they can't get into the country to be with their wife. Who's on the street?
Me, but that's not me. That's not my horns.
Okay.
What she said.
Anyway, so what I'm trying to do is at least, pull some people together. We'll try to get through this next few months. It's going to be difficult. I thought, to be honest with you guys, when did you guys think that this pandemic would blow past? May, June? Anybody?
I thought
for me,
2 weeks.
For me, it blew
2
past
weeks.
ages ago.
I understand this. The situation's different there in China, but
I definitely thought the quarantine would be a couple more months and then it would fizzle out.
Well, for me in China, it's already over, pretty much. The only thing which is existing still from the pandemic is the fact that on the buses you have to wear a mask, and sometimes like buildings, like the government buildings, you have to wear a mask when you go in. Other than that, it's pretty much a distant memory. I've been back at work for 3 months now because it hit us first. It hit where I am in Wenzhou, if anybody doesn't know, was the second worst hit place outside Wuhan, China. So it hit here pretty early, pretty hard. We had a lot of people that had been working in Wuhan had come back for Spring Festival. And so it pretty much hit in February. And then I had 6 months off work. And I think I went back in May-ish. So for me, it's like business as normal. You wouldn't really know any different apart from there's like a high amount of people that still wear masks on the street and stuff, and you have to wear them on the bus. The occasional temperature controls. It's not really. It's kind of like a distant memory almost. I enjoyed the pandemic myself. Working from home, it was like my best life.
I've never heard that in the same sentence that somebody said they've enjoyed the pandemic. I mean, Very
I got
interesting choice.
maximum family time. I got to stay at home. The commute to work was like 2 meters. I got to spend. I've got a new baby as well. I have a 10-month-old, and I have a 3.5-year-old son as well. So spending time at
Nice.
home with my family, not needing to go out, full salary. It was for me. It was good. I understand for a lot of people it wasn't, and it's been pretty bad for a lot of people. But for me, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad a time. It was right. Every cloud.
Another. I just want to say now, if everybody can just look at their chat comment section on YouTube, just so we can say thank you and appreciate it. Some of the people that have showed up. We'll go to Alina first. If you want to give some shout outs and some thank yous, Alina, go ahead.
Well, Alex, I don't know how to do that because I don't have like a computer here, so I thought that I can't.
Okay, let me have a look at let me have a look at your comments section here, Alina, and I'll tell you who is arriving from your group. While I'm doing that, Alex Absolute, maybe you can give some shout outs to some people if you can look into your comment section. If not, I can look in there for you.
Yeah, I also can't, but
okay, no problem.
I can shout out the usual suspects.
Okay,
so hello to John S. John S is always either he'll be watching now because he's in the States, or he'll catch up later. He's a great subscriber. I'm trying to think who else we've got. We've got there's so many that have names I can't remember.
All right. Well, how about I start to refresh it for you guys? Here we go. So, I just want to say a big thank you to Mogman. Thank you for coming. It's either Caliber Wings or Calibra Wings. Everyone knows that. Kurt, Mr. Guelo 60 has come in the room, and he said, Alina looks very lovely today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Dr. Death, thank you for coming in there, and I appreciate all your support. You sent me some very kind messages in regards to my ear surgery. Thank you for that. Nico is also in the room, ladies and gentlemen. We know her, of course. And Thomas, to Jack and Gyro Nations came in to say hello. Now I'm looking at Alina's. Alina, you've received a €20 super chat from Marco VOVK.
Oh, that's one of my good friends and Patreon patrons. So thank you so much, Marco. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much.
That will go towards a few nice drinks. Look at that lovely drink that Alina
absolutely.
has.
Raul
Raul says hello. JK as well.
Hi, Raul.
Michael McKinty, I believe that is. David Johnson from your group has also joined the chat.
That's so sweet. Hi,
and
thank you for coming.
Shauna Ripa or something. I'm terrible with names. Craig Watts is saying hello, and David Johnson, and that is from your crew. Jerry, can you hear us? And I'll get to you in a second there, Patrick. Jerry, can you hear us?
Well, I'm hanging on the side of my phone trying to hear you guys. So, I
talk,
can
Jerry.
understand bits and pieces.
Talk, Jerry. Don't listen to it. Just talk. Tell us what's happening with you, Jerry.
All right. So, I'm gonna put myself down so that you guys can.
Yeah, and you can scream at the phone. You got to be louder. Scream.
Thank you to everyone. I think you guys are busy saying hi to every comment section. So, all my people from my channel and all around all these channels, you guys are freaking awesome. Listen, I cannot hear you guys right now, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this stream real soon, and I'm gonna leave my audience here, to hang out with you guys. But
thank you.
Before I go, I want to say thank you to everybody, and I will have 2 shots with you guys on the stream right now. Okay?
Make it 3.
Okay. I have it here. This was actually my party trick. It was supposed to be in the middle of the stream, but goddamn technology issues. Sorry,
Jerry. Look at the screen. Three, Jerry. 3 shots. 3 shots, Jerry. 3 shots. 3 shots. 3 shots.
So I'm gonna do this 2 shots, and then I'm gonna down this beer. This one. And listen, if I finish with this, all you beautiful people out there, go through all this channel and hit the beautiful super chat, will you? Let's do this. Are you
Fantastic.
ready?
Thank you, Jerry. Yes, we're ready for you.
This is a Chinese pee-pee, they call it. This is a Chinese what do they call it? Like a teardrop. And this is their own brewed beer. So here we go. Are you guys ready?
We're ready, Jerry.
And it's not Sunday.
All right, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Hey, listen. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I'm going to bounce because I can't hear. But I love each and every one of you guys. Never do
Jerry.
Chinese pee-pee. There's some floor rum in this stuff. My God.
All right, so Jerry's audience, you're going to stay with us while Jerry's heading out. He has some minor technical difficulties. Doesn't seem like he has any beer or drinking difficulties, but the technical difficulties is there. Don't forget to subscribe to This Is China channel. The link in the description is below. I'm going to go back to Patrick now. Patrick, how are things in Donetsk, the People's Republic in Donetsk? See you, Jerry. Take care, man.
Bye, Jerry.
How are things?
Thanks. In Donetsk, things have actually kind of calmed down the last month or so. I was there a little over a month ago, just kind of checking in, doing some reports, and there was quite a bit of the normal, unfortunately, shelling of civilian areas. But after I left, they started a new ceasefire, which is something that kind of happens every year. They go through this cycle of having these ceasefires after a huge influx of attacks on civilian areas. And probably many of the viewers right now are going to be a little bit shocked, except for my viewers, that most of these attacks on civilian areas are committed by the Ukrainian government. And that's why I've spent most of my time in the anti-government controlled territory, documenting what the civilians go through on a daily basis there. But like I said, there's a new ceasefire put into effect, and it's holding somewhat for the time being. There hasn't been nearly as many attacks on civilian areas as there normally is, but it's, like I said, something that happens once or twice a year every year, and it holds for a little while, and then everything goes back to normal. It's the 6th year of the war. It's just kind of ridiculous at this point that they keep going through these cycles.
Well, thank you for that, Patrick. I also wanted to say that how has the epidemic did it change a lot of the way that people in Donetsk? I mean, you got border issues there. I mean, you basically have a country that is split in two, if I'm correct. One side is a separate. So you also have Donetsk People's Republic. You got Crimea. You got Ukraine, and then you got the border of Russia. And then on Ukraine, you also have a breakaway called Transnistria. I mean, this is complicated. This is very, very complicated area.
And as well, you can't forget the Lugansk People's Republic, which is another breakaway area just north of Donetsk. And they both had their referendums on the same day in 2014. And this is something that happened after the events in Crimea, after Russia took Crimea in. Basically, the people of the Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republic, they kind of saw what was happening in Crimea and saw how Crimea was taken back to Russia, and they thought the same thing would happen fairly quickly. And it's like the big idea of the population was that, okay, we're going to do our part to kind of get this ball rolling, make our vote to break away from Ukraine, make our borders, and then they expected Russia to step up and take them in. But that was 6 years ago, and the Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republics are still not part of Russia. Go ahead.
So while I've got you on here, are you familiar with Alina, that she was born actually, if I'm not mistaken, in the Ukraine? Am I correct on that, Alina?
Yeah.
So
what part?
Kiev.
Okay. So I bet you have, being from that area, some different views on the situation, probably.
I mean, like it really depends which television stations you listen to, right? That's what
Yeah,
it comes down
that's
to.
exactly why I stayed in Donetsk for so long, is because I was originally in Crimea during the referendum in Crimea when Crimea became a part of Russia. I was there for that, and I saw how the Western media was lying about what was really going on there, and saying how, you know, basically Russia was holding guns to people's heads, making them vote and say they want to become part of Russia. But the truth was that almost every single resident of Crimea, anyone that goes there will be able to tell you that they were fully ready and wanting to go to Russia. It wasn't like some forced thing on the population.
Well,
And that's it wasn't as go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. Well, no, I appreciate that, Patrick. What I'm trying to explain to some of the viewers are that we're at happy hour and we're in all parts of the world here. And I just wanted to kind of explain to people, not to get into any politics today, but just to kind of explain to everybody the situation. I've seen some very interesting comments. Like, people are like, wow, that was 6 years ago that happened. Time is flying. And I do respect that. The people have come in here to see what we're doing around the world, but we want to tell you, viewers, what's going on here. Thailand here, I seriously thought that we would have been out of this situation here back in probably, I was saying to my wife, May, everything should be over in May. Now, just to let you guys know what's going on here in Thailand, and then I'm going to take you guys for a little walk around the bar here. I've got my camera ready to go, and I'm going to show you what's happening here. We have not had a domestic case in over 90 days here, and our borders remain closed. I'm kind of stuck in here. If I leave here, I don't know when I'm getting back in. That's how serious it is. So, that's why we just got to kind of kick back here, try to, bridge this little gap here. We don't know how long it's going to be. I expect, when I was sitting in a bar probably about 3 months ago with one of our subscribers, he said to me October before anything opens, and I was saying, you can't be serious. Well, I mean, we're a days away from September here. So, it's interesting to see that Alex feels that it's over there. Alex, absolute, you feel like it's gone. We're moving on, and the rest of the world is still struggling with it.
Yeah, like my parents have, my parents in England have said that like businesses are still closed. There's still a lot of like closure stuff, and I think maybe different parts than when they are have still got like cases, but like even there, it's nowhere near back to how it is here. But I guess, to be honest, the rest of the world started late compared to China. China was months ahead. That's a given, right? Like, they're going to be way behind. Like, take out of the equation the fact that they're handling it awfully, but they're just way behind. And I actually thought, we were just on about shout outs to people.
Yes.
I thought of two people, apart from Jack and Nico, especially Jack. But
Alex, can I interrupt you? Can you do me a favor?
Can.
Can you anchor this now? And I'm going to walk around the bar, just kind of showing people things. Okay. Can you just take over while I step away from my computer?
What do you mean anchor it? Oh, you mean just talk about stuff?
Yeah, and just move everybody around. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'm in some big shoes here. This is my first time, guys. It's first day on the job. Not sure if I'm going to do any good. While we're here, let's do some shout-outs to people that I thought would be worth shouting out. A big shout-out to some guy, right? He's called Cool in Japan. This guy gave me the best video topic ever by posting hate messages on my videos, saying that China was a complete waste. Yeah, apparently China is a waste ground and there's no wildlife. So the other day I got up at 4:30 in the morning and rode my bike in the pitch black out to the wetlands and filmed a bunch of wildlife and nice stuff out there. Got some cool drone shots. It's going to be a good video. So shout out to Cool in Japan for being a complete dick and giving me the best video idea ever. I like your thing looks cool, Alina. I've been watching your channel. I briefly, like when this live stream came together, I had a look at your channel and I saw your video where you really squeezed that luggage into the suitcase,
Oh
right? I
Lord,
saw
yeah.
you lying on
No,
the floor.
but
I've never
you
seen
guys want
somebody
to
do
know
it.
something so sad? Like
Uh
literally
huh.
in my last second destination, that said luggage completely broke on me. Like the wheel broke. I think, after years of overweighing it, it gave me like the most trouble getting to my last destination. So I've now had to purchase new luggage because I completely
Oh
ruined
damn.
that.
I mean, it looked busy, right? It looked busy. It looked
Yeah,
like when you have to lie your whole body on something. I don't think I've ever done that. Like,
I don't
I guess
travel light.
it was crazy because your apartment was empty, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
it was just empty. I really I think that's a great decision. Like, kind of, I guess my decision to come to China was kind of like similar on a whim. I between deciding to come to China and being in China was like 2 weeks, and I kind of packed up everything and just left.
Wow.
And in 7 years, I've been back twice. So yeah. How about
That's
you,
cool.
Patrick? Was yours a planned decision to go to where the name of the country you're in has completely eluded me? Somewhere in the Ukraine. Did you plan it for a long time, or did
Um,
you just go?
no, I definitely did not plan it at all. I kind of, before I went to Donetsk, like I said, I was in Crimea, but before that, I was basically just traveling around Europe, kind of like Alina is doing, enjoying the life there. I wasn't quite into YouTube yet, but I was taking some interesting photos. And when this thing started to develop in Ukraine, I decided I wanted to kind of have a look and see for myself. And one thing led to another. It came to Donetsk after Crimea. War started. I met my wife and had a family and just stayed for the extent.
So you said you met your wife when you were there. What can you tell us the story?
Well, yeah, actually,
How does this life all fit together with your wife?
well, it's actually kind of a sad story and a happy story at the same time. But my I was it was during 2014 when the really intense part of the war was going on, and me and a colleague were doing a set of reports on a woman whose family was killed by shelling, and her whole family, mother, grandparents, and her husband's family were all killed in a shelling attack, and her leg was actually blown off as well. And during the time when we were doing these reports to raise money to help her, I started noticing this other woman who was her best friend at the time, and I asked her out, and now that's my wife. And actually, the first few times we used Google Translate to kind of communicate very well. And then I started learning Russian. She started learning English, and one thing led to another. And now we've had two sons, and life's great.
Oh, that's
Kinda-
fantastic news.
That's awesome.
I can totally get that, because like my wife also, her English wasn't great and my Chinese wasn't great when we met. So similar kind of situation. Now we have two sons. She speaks good English and I speak pretty good
Nice.
Chinese and local dialect from here. So yeah, similar struggle.
Cool.
Well, I guys and girls, I think the biggest struggle right now is on the mental health of people around the world here. And
For sure.
I had a party at my house about a month and a half ago, and it was a karaoke party, and we got the tunes going. I don't know if my viewers know I like karaoke, and
Karaoke exposed.
yes. So it was funny because at that party, a couple people said to me, "Wow, it's been 6 months since I actually sang music and danced." And that has stuck with me. Like, it's like somebody has taken the fun out of the things. And that's why I feel that we're getting there. We're getting through this now. We're getting closer to, hopefully get to the end of this and get that energy back that the world really needs, because there's so many people displaced. Boyfriends are separated from girlfriends. I mean, I have a friend in the Philippines. He had to go get some documents for his wife. They had a new baby as well, and he crossed provincial lines. He had to come back and put 14 days in quarantine, not in a hotel, but on a kind of like an outdoor, it was like an outdoor, I don't know if it was a basketball court or whatever, with a tent in the Philippines. And if that is not a test on your strength as a person, wow. I mean, if we can make it through this right now, we're going to be prepared for some more catastrophic things in the future. I mean, this has been interesting. That's for sure.
I think we can all agree that people in 2015, pretty much everyone that said, when they were asked, where do you think you'll be in 5 years' time from now, got it completely wrong, right?
That's for sure.
I mean, Alina, everything, now that you've left Toronto, I'm very proud of what you've done, really,
Thank you.
go for it.
Yeah, cheers,
I mean, you're one of the very few Canadians that have got on a plane, said, you know what, this world's in a little bit of trouble, but it's videos and content like everybody on this channel puts out. It's needed. It's almost therapy for some people. They're like, hey man, I can't go. Thank God, Alina's on the road sending some content. Thank God Alex Absolute's out there and Patrick's out there. And I appreciate everybody that watches my videos as well. But, Alina, you've left everything behind now in Canada. What's your next move after Bulgaria? Where do you go?
Well, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to Rahul for the donation. Thank you so much. Rahul is like literally one of my best supporters and a really good friend. So thank you very much. I think what's next for me, just what makes sense, is probably Macedonia and then Albania, because when I was in Greece, I was kind of thinking about next destinations, because in these COVID times, you really have to do your research about what are the rules to not only get into the countries that you want to go to, but what are the available options to you from that country. So my initial plan was to actually go Albania, Macedonia, Bulgaria. But if I would have done that, I would have needed a PCR test to get into Bulgaria. So coming from Greece, I didn't need a PCR test. So I'm like, okay, I'll do Bulgaria, Macedonia, Albania, don't need any PCR tests, at least at this point. Of course, they could always change those rules. But yeah, most likely is I'll probably have to get a test when I'm in Albania to go anywhere else. Just 'cause,
What's a PCR test?
Well, the COVID tests.
Oh, it's super easy. It takes like 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, it's not that. It's just like for foreigners, they charge like $100 most times.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
No, it's super cheap.
Yeah. If they wanted to test me for free, that's no problem. But if I have to fork over $100 every new country, I mean that gets expensive after a while. So I'm trying to do it in a way that I don't have to pay as much. If they want to test me on their regard, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I had to do one recently.
Go ahead, Alex.
I had to do one recently because my son, my 3.5-year-old, had a hernia, so we had to you had to have an overnight in hospital. So they wouldn't let us in without all doing COVID tests, and it's super cheap. It was like $2, maybe not even that, maybe $1. It was 100 and something odd RMB.
That's nice.
Maybe 200 RMB, so maybe like $2 or $3. But super quick. I mean, you see all these people that get like flustered about it, and it kind of tickles the back of your throat. It's not the most. It's like got a little done, and then they do a blood test. Everybody's done a blood test.
You guys want to know what my experience has been in the last 6 months? I have met some amazing people, and they are from this community. They are people that are on this chat as we talk right now. They are people that are commenting on the comment section. When the COVID hit, I had a few people that were actually traveling to Thailand, and they got stuck inside Thailand, and they got stuck here for 6 months. And I said to my wife, I'll give you an example, and I think most of the people know Michele Ponte.
Yeah.
He got stuck here, and it could have been a problem. And I said, what a fantastic guy. The guy's got a heart of gold, and I just said, hey, man, I got an extra room. Move in. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, maybe this thing blows over in 2 weeks. Maybe it blows over in 2 months. Well, 5 or 6 months later, what a pleasure for me to have him as a guest in my house. He many times said, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just said, no, actually, thank you, because, it really opens up, as a person, you start to see life a little bit different, when things have really been turned upside down. Some families actually grow apart when they should be coming closer together during this COVID times.
Yeah.
My mother in Canada, I mean, she does have some lung issues, and she's 75. Can you imagine? She's isolated herself pretty much in her garden. But these are the times where we have to reach out to those people that, like we're doing to our audience today. Hey, come join us for happy hour. Or call that grandmother or aunt or uncle that maybe is not connected to the internet with all these video chat applications, and take that time to get them connected and say, hey, this is what we have to do during the pandemic, and this is how we need to be, communicate. And it's going to take, the strength of the world, because everybody is affected by this. Whether it's loss of jobs, whether it's, they've lost someone to this, which is very unfortunate, or they've even, got it. And we've seen, I don't want to ramble on here, but we've seen other content creators. I recently watched, everybody knows this guy, Bald and Bankrupt, right? I watched his last video. You can still see that he is still trying to recover from this. I don't know if anybody watched his last video that he did. He was in Prague. He's not 100%. He even says he's not 100%. But if it can take a guy like that down, then we are all very vulnerable, because he's a pretty fit guy,
Yeah, I think it's made people reevaluate a lot of things about their life. Like, not only am I happy, with what I'm doing, because a lot of people, have lost their jobs or have had to have just changes in that respect and how they work, or just being with, your spouse or your girlfriend locked up for a month. That can definitely test a relationship. Our health that we probably take for granted a lot. I think it's made everybody really reevaluate and hopefully have gratitude, for all the freedom that we had, that we're still kind of regaining back now, and realizing that we had it really good in many ways.
Oh, man. I mean, we have somebody has bought a round of drinks here in the super chat.
Wow.
I don't know where this came from, but it's, do you guys see that in the studio? Can somebody keep talking while I figure this out?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure whose channel it came from, but it's from Alex Wallace. Anybody familiar with Alex Wallace?
That's my friend Alex. No. That's so sweet. Thank you, Alex.
Well, he has donated $50 Canadian.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Wow.
I actually met him in Greece, funny enough. We met literally 2 weeks ago. So thank you so much, Alex. That's so sweet.
Thank you very much for that, Alex. And I think Alina will definitely, if we were in Bulgaria right now, she would be ordering the next round.
Cheers to everybody. Thank you, Alex.
Fantastic. Yes, if everybody's wondering where Jerry went, Jerry's
Home.
Jerry's cool. I mean, he gets into the pub tonight and he says, "Guys, my headset's there's a problem. You can hear me, but I can't hear you." And I said, "Well, what do we do? I don't know what we can do." So basically, I said to Jerry, take the first 5 minutes, tell everybody what's going on. And that's why he's kind of left us on his channel. So if you're still watching from Jerry's channel, still lots of love coming to you from all four of us in the happy hours. We are being brought to you from Bulgaria, Russia, China, and Thailand. And we did put some feelers out to some other people around the world, which we will probably invite them to the next happy hour show. So, I mean, guys and girls, have you actually seen some happy hour specials in your town? And if you have, what are the best ones that you have seen?
We've just opened a place. We've just opened. They've just opened a place. Not like, I guess, like 10 minutes from my house. I don't know if it's a big deal anywhere else in the world, but it's a big deal here in China. It's one of the best foreigner kind of bar restaurant places called Blue Frog, or as in Chinese they call it Lanhua. But there they have at the minute they have all of their hamburgers, all of their stuff is buy one get one free, and the happy hour lasts the entire time they're open, and all of the cocktails are like buy one get one free. It's not like a bottomless refill, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not bad.
Well, that's not bad. Well, you guys, I'm going to tell you something, and maybe some of you are going to be sad about this, okay? Thailand has a 200% duty markup on wine imported.
Why?
I've been trying to find
I don't drink wine.
Well,
I mean, I technically drink wine by Chinese.
If you're my wife, you do.
I'd be very sad.
Caliber Wings, here we are for a beer during that happy hour live stream. Cheers, Alina, ladies first.
Oh,
Alex
thank you.
Squared, that's cute. And Patrick, Mike, and hey, don't forget about Jerry. And might need some help with the Ukrainian and Russian, Alina. Wow, there you go. Fantastic. Fantastic. So I'll tell you the best happy hour.
We can make a channel on that. Alex Squared.
Alex Squared, can I tell you guys the best happy hour specials I've seen here? They are unlimited free flow drinks, including food.
Wow.
$35 for 3 hours.
Okay, when do the
That's
borders
really
open up
good.
again?
Yeah.
Nice.
And after you've done that, the new trend in town, are you ready for it? You're never going to hear this again, only in 2020, I guarantee. Buy one massage, get one massage free. I've never, ever, ever seen that in this country. And to give you an idea, of the cost of a foot massage here, it's about $8 US. So that means $4 for 1 hour massage.
Wow.
And I'm going to add to
the ping pong ball showing.
What? Jeez. Okay, anyway.
That's the only thing I know about Thailand.
Alex, absolute. You put $1 in the swear jar. Okay. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys about was the domestic market. The government here really felt that the domestic market would support the resorts, and I'm actually I'm on the move next week from Bangkok to Phuket for a while. Why
Nice.
that is because the hotels down there have discounted almost 90% off the hotel rate. You will get this, and you can check it out. You just got to email the hotels. We're going to, it's not like I want to spend money, but I mean, okay, when you see something that has been discounted that much, for example, a 2,200 square foot villa with a swimming pool, including breakfast and drinks at night, for about 180 Canadian, and the flights are $60 return.
Oh Well, I'm
It's
coming to
almost-
Thailand when it opens.
Nice.
It's almost. I said to my wife, maybe we should just move into a hotel.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just move. And her sister actually left Thailand, and she moved to Ivory Coast.
Mhm.
What a change, huh? So people
Yeah.
are still on the move here.
Mm.
So Patrick, I mean, the sun is shining there. I mean, when does the snow fall in that area of the world? It's got to be soon, man. It's got to be like Canada. September, October, we're back into the snow.
Well, it's Russia's so darn big. Actually, right now I'm pretty south in Rostov, which it's actually stays pretty warm here. There's some snow that starts around, I guess, December or something. But I've never actually spent a winter here, so I can't tell you for sure. But in Donetsk, they get a fair amount of snow in December and January. But if you don't mind, I would really like to show the view of this bar because I noticed I hadn't pointed it out
Let's
yet.
go.
And
Can you go out in the street?
let me-
Whoever's honking the horn, tell the guys to stop honking.
Not here.
Yeah, I'm on this bar here with this terrace, and right over here we've got the seaside of Rostov, which is just beautiful, and quite a few people out today.
Patrick, are you on a mobile?
Yes.
Can you do me a favor? Can you give us a little walk around the bar? Show us a bar in Russia on a Sunday afternoon. Let's go have a look.
Okay. Well, this bar, it's actually I chose it because of the terrace, but it's actually a German bar here, surprisingly. But let me switch over the camera here, and
I think you're cool on that. You're all right on that. Oh, okay. All right.
yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Not too many people, but still some people. It's a nice bar here. Let's go inside and have a look.
You know what? Guys? When I was walking around the bar, they gave me shit. They told me
Why?
to sit,
That does
they told me to
happen.
sit down. They told me to sit down.
Huh.
Then,
On the
okay.
floor.
Hey, that's cool. Whoa, I like that seat right there. Stop right there, Patrick. Stop. Oh, that looks inviting. Nice and cushy. I could get into that. Alina, are you on a mobile as well?
I am, but yeah, here, like, that's the thing. We're not allowed to really like walk around. We're just
Right.
like supposed to stay outside.
Okay, so I guess no little mini bar tour from you today. A little mini
Not
one.
today. I mean, I
little
can
mini-
show you just this area, but it's
Спасибо.
not too exciting.
Спасибо.
Okay, let's go. Let's pull away from. Patrick's going out into the street, guys.
Yeah. Thought we'd have a little walk around. Why not?
I'm wondering if the bartender's going to chase you down to ask for his bill to be paid.
Already took care of it.
Walk out of the bar. So, is this the main street of Rostov where you are?
Well, this is not really the main street, but it's the main seaside area where all the people kind of come and walk in the evenings, and this is where they really spend a lot of their time. This is kind of the main area to hang out for people.
Mm.
But pretty nice,
I
think.
I just want to say, guys, I've actually, for the first time ever, somebody has sent me a donation by WeChat. A gentleman by the name of Pierre. He's a subscriber to most of our channels here. Thank you so much for that, for buying me a drink, Pierre. Very, very kind of you
Pierre.
to do that. Thank you very much, Pierre. Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that was possible, but hey, the power to the WeChat, huh, guys?
Yeah, WeChat's awesome.
Nice.
Patrick, that looks pretty amazing where you are. I mean, tell us, are people still doing social distancing, wearing masks down there? It doesn't look like it.
No, I can see probably over 100 people right now, and I don't see one mask.
And Alina, how about in Bulgaria?
Yeah.
I'd say it's about 50-50. Like, if you go to any indoor spaces, absolutely everybody will have one on. Like, they will chase you down if you don't have one. Like, even to just go use the washroom, like in the restaurant, you have to have a mask. But as far as outside goes, yeah, I'd say it's like 50-50 because it's not enforced.
Alina, can you give us a little sneak peek of where you are? Just a little one.
I can give you a sneak peek of
Come
the
on.
outside. I just can't go
Okay.
inside.
Come on,
So
what a beautiful
here
city,
is the
huh?
main building.
Wow.
That's the city hall. And I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, but like Bulgaria has been having some protests going on. So
Beautiful protest.
that's obviously, yeah. So it's kind of like in this alleyway sort of thing.
I wonder how old that building is at where you're at.
Yeah, well, I think this is the main like government sort of square, so it's probably been here for quite a while. Yeah.
Fantastic. No, it's really cool. And I think it's really great that, all of us have met for, the happy hour today. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Definitely.
Patrick and I appreciate you, dropping in. And once again, thanks to everybody in Jerry's audience from This Is China for joining us. He's on the search for headphones and stuff. And Alex, what are the odds of you giving us a little walkabout inside where you are?
Yeah, I mean, I need to go try and persuade them to let me buy some more beers without paying with my phone because I'm streaming on it. So let's go do that.
Okay, let's have a look.
I'll leave my bag and stuff outside. You can see over here, this was a nice little area I was going to sit in, but the table's too low, so I can't actually do that. It would be pretty weird. But you can see, like, here, it's like a whole bar area. Funnily enough, this steak place over here, we did we had to pretend to be chefs, and they paid us a bunch of money to take pictures. 哎，你好，问一下，可以再来2瓶，但是我印花付钱，因为我在直播，对吗？谢谢。I'll just give you a quick look around. That was pretty easy blagging. You can see inside here. It's,
I love the lighting.
Yeah, it's pretty gangster, right? So 我坐在外面。Yeah, so yeah, that was easier than I thought. China's pretty trusting with anything to do with like stuff where you pretty much could run off. Because I'm like, if you look around, I'm sat like there is the street. Here's like I could just do a bunk, but they're pretty decent. They were like, yeah, cool, we'll just bring you out another couple of beers. This is a small place. There's a lot of bigger places, but I wanted to go somewhere that's close to my home because gotta get back to the family after here. So
guys, I gotta
nice.
show you. I gotta show you the strangest chicken wings I've ever seen. Okay, I'm a chicken wings guy. Okay, I like chicken wings.
You'd like
But
the blue frogs, and they're fucking huge.
These are the strangest chicken wings I've ever seen. Okay, you guys, does this look like a chicken wing to you?
That looks like a
It's
shrimp.
like a chicken nugget.
Chicken shrimp.
Is it like breaded or something?
Yeah, I seen it and I kind of was like, oh yeah, that's very nice. And they're like, oh, do you like it? Yeah, you know when you order something in the restaurant, you feel bad. You don't want to. It's one of those moments. I don't know what it is. I just wanted to. We just had we had one more super chat in here from Multi Corker saying, buy a glass of wine for your wife in Phuket, Alex.
Aww,
love from Toronto. Wow.
That's nice.
There's some Canadian love. And I wanted to say a shout out to Donnie from Regina, Saskatchewan. Thank you, Donnie, for coming in as well. So, guys, I mean, this is happy hour. We're going to wrap it up in a couple of minutes here. And I'm going to kind of go around the circle and just kind of maybe you guys can take 1 minute to tell your audience and my audience and everyone else's audience what you're going to be doing over the next little while, and we'll go from there. I'm going to start with Alina, and then I'll go to
Perfect.
Alex Absolute, Patrick, and then I'll round up the show. Here we go.
Awesome. Well, first of all, I want to thank you. I want to say thank you to everyone who showed up today. It's really nice to just get all together and chat from all these different points in the world. And as for what I'm doing next, I will be here for probably about a month in Bulgaria, and then I'll be doing more of the Balkan countries. Hopefully, Asia will open for the winter because I would like to be on a nice beach for the new year. So fingers crossed for that. And I think I might actually be doing more live streaming on my channel because this is a lot of fun. So if you guys from my channel or new subscribers would like to see more of that, definitely send me a message or comment on my channel, because if there is interest, that's definitely something that I'd like to do.
Well, that's very kind of you, Alina, and hopefully maybe we'll get invited to one of Alina's live streams, guys.
Absolutely.
Maybe we will, huh? Alex, wouldn't that be the thing, huh? All right,
Sure,
Alex,
would.
Alina, thank you so much. And Michaela Ponte, a super chat from Michaela Ponte. Wow, that is awesome, man. You are awesome. Thank you so much for sending that up to us.
Nice.
Alex Absolute, it's your time. Go ahead, sir. Happy hour.
Right, so I guess thank you to everybody that's watched on my channel. I don't know who's watching because, it's all a mystery and just using my phone. Here come my beers. Nice, just in time to cheers some people. So, yeah, cheers to everybody who's watched. Like I said earlier in the show, cheers to that idiot guy, Cool in Japan, for making a stupid comment on my channel that made me actually get up at 4:30 in the morning, go out, see a bunch of wildlife, enjoy the wetlands at that time in the morning, and great video idea. Cheers to everybody who keeps watching my videos. Cheers to all the people on every one of the social media platforms I'm on, which is mainly YouTube. Just keep doing what you're doing. I hope everybody in the world is safe right now. I hope you're all, wherever you are, you're happy. And cheers.
Alex, you got some videos coming out. I know you do.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about them.
Yes, I have so much content from the Chongqing trip. I put out 3 videos so far, I think, and I probably have another 8, maybe 9, and I can probably eke a few more out of it. They're going down really well. It's been pretty good. The Chongqing content, it was so easy to get content in Chongqing. Hopefully, got a live stream planned. I'm hoping with the iChongqing guys, because there was a video I wanted to do with Xiao from iChongqing.
Yeah, I would have loved
before we
girl.
left. And she's fantastic. I wanted her to teach me some of the local dialect from Chongqing, and we didn't have time. I had enough time to go visit the offices because I insisted on going to see the offices because I was like, you guys are great. You've done an amazing thing for us. I want to go and hang out with you. So I hung out there on the way to the airport, but we didn't have enough time for this video. So hopefully we suggested doing a live stream in the future. So maybe that. And then, I've got a few other videos like this one with the wildlife in Wenzhou. You never know where it's going to go with me.
Well, nice to see Alex, and also nice to see a bump up in your subscribers in the last week. So congratulations there as well, sir.
Thank you to everybody who subscribed.
And I'm going to go now to Mr. Patrick Lancaster. Patrick, what are you up to in the next few days here?
Like I said, the last month has been kind of quiet for me, but looking to do some more things here in Rostov, maybe some even more live streams showing the city and what is going on here now because of the change with the pandemic and whatnot. But I definitely want to thank everybody for watching, and anybody that's watched on my channel, make sure you subscribe to everybody else. All the links are down below in the description. And as far as the future, probably going to stay here in Rostov as long as we get all of the paperwork done for my son and my newborn son, and then maybe looking in the near future to make a little bit of a theater change, but there'll be some special surprise announcements going on. We'll have to see. So it should be a pretty good time, and definitely looking forward to the next live stream with all you guys.
Oh, well, thank you very much for that. I mean, Patrick, you left us hanging on what the surprise is going to be. What is that going to be? Where are you going to be? Well, guys, I'm going to wind up the show here. I think we're going to try to bring Jerry back in, but I think he wants to say goodbye. Or
Can I just say one more thing before we?
Please do, Alex. Please do.
I just wanted to say, I mean, it doesn't. For a lot of the people in this chat, it probably doesn't mean a lot, but for the China YouTube scene right now, it's kind of been a crazy few months, and I think that everybody, like, on all sides and all opinions of this, it would be just great if we could just get back to how we were, where people had different opinions, but we were all friends, or at least we live and let live, because it's got a bit silly recently, and it kind of makes me sad. I'd rather just everybody just got along. Different opinions are great. Like, without different people having different opinions, the world would be pretty boring. So I think we can all have different opinions, but we should be able to get along. I think we should all just stop all the city shit and just get back to how it was. Anyway, that's
Yeah,
it.
I understand. Opinions are fine. Personal attacks are uncalled for. Put the guns down.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Because all of us have a family, and Anyway, so what I wanted to say to the channel and to the crew that came today, thank you very much for coming out to the happy hour. As you know, I will continue to put out my Maldives videos here for the next month or so. Lots of content there. So I appreciate you guys.
They've been pretty good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, they've been really good.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I mean, travel videos on parts of the world, I feel that the videos will pick up here in the next few months. That's how the Maldives videos do. They start slow, and then they start to skyrocket when the sun shines and people decide to travel there. Some other things, I've got some more future surgeries on this annoying ear here. The most important thing is to make sure that we can keep the hearing in one of those ears. I don't know if you guys know what tinnitus is, but for the last 6 to 9 months, it's been ringing in my ears. I've had a hole in the eardrum, and then the inner ear is now affected. It's a mess, but put the hands together. What a time to probably sort it out.
Take care of yourself.
Now, hey, I'm working on it. We're working on it. So, guys, thank you very much to the audience here today. If you haven't subscribed to everybody's channel, please do. It's in the description box below. We greatly appreciate you guys coming out. It's such an enjoyment for us to entertain every one of you guys. And send us some feedback. If you want to see something different, we'll try. We'll try to make it a little bit more interesting for everyone. All right, guys. So thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alina. And thank you. Wait a minute. I think he's going to say goodbye here. He's going to say goodbye here. I think he is. Where is he? Is he there? Is he coming in? I think. Anyway,
some connection issues.
Jerry was trying to say goodbye. But anyway, thank you so much to This Is China's audience for joining us. Guys, be safe, be careful, and take care. We'll chat soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. It was great.